Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles of GreatMillStone that rule impeccably well, and shalom to the Archaeoman that's pushing his truth and sincerity across the four winds. Right, I just want to get into a quick video, and the topic that I want to get into on this video is going to be free will, man. You know, because as we know here, you know, through the teachings, you know, from the pure doctrine that we know that's been bestowed upon us through the apostles of GreatMillStone, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Shai, we understand that there is no such thing as free will, man. Right? There's a countless number of scriptures that prove that fact, and I just want to focus on this one particular one in the book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and 9. And it reads, "A man's heart deviseth his way, but the Lord directeth his steps," man. Right? Now, when you go into these words, man, when you go into the original Hebrew words, you know, in these scriptures, you gain more understanding, man. Right? And then it becomes more apparent that there really is no such thing as free will, man. There's no such thing as you know, forming a thought and acting out that thought according to your own will, right? Your steps are directed and guided by the power, man, right? By Yahweh, right? By Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. That's how your steps are guided, man, right? That's how the wicked are going to be destroyed, man, because the wicked can only do evil, which is why they are going to be destroyed and done away with, right? As the scriptures tell you in Romans chapter 9, you know, the Lord has created the vessels of wrath, which are the wicked, right? That they be fitted for destruction, man. So what does fitted mean? Meaning they were created for a purpose, man, right? We weren't created with a purpose to have free will, because if we were created to have free will, you know, the Lord's will would never be done, because man, as we know it, would never perform the will of the Lord if the Lord didn't install it in him. Right? Because it tells you in the scriptures also that there might be a way that seemeth right to a man, but the end thereof is death. Roughly paraphrasing, man. Right? So your heart is pure wickedness, man. Right? You can only without the guidance from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you can only think of and imagine wickedness, man. Even though it might seem right in your own mind. Right, so I just want to get into a few words. The first word I want to get into in this scripture is the word lab, which is basically talking about your mind, right? Where it says heart, but really the Hebrew word is lab, which means your mind, man. So it says a man's heart, so meaning a man's mind, deviseth his way. So when you go into the word deviseth, it means that you might, you know, to think, to plan, to esteem, to calculate, to invent, or to make judgment. So you might imagine a thing, or you might imagine, you know, to calculate something that you want to do, right, in your day-to-day life. Like you might plan to get up in the morning, and you might plan to, you know, jump on a train and go to a certain destination. But if Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is not with that plan is not going to happen, man, right? The Lord might just put something else in your mind for you to do that day. But you are none the wiser to know why that has been done. Unless you're in the truth, that is. Because, you know, when you come into this truth, you gain the understanding of knowing that you have no free will. So when you make certain decisions in your life, you know to link it to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You know and you understand that the Lord was controlling you in the action that you took, or that decision that you may have made that day, even if it wasn't your original plan. That shows you that the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, wasn't with the original plan that you may have thought of in your head, man. Right? So it says here, so we got the meaning for the word, which I'll play as well.
Strong's H2803, Chashav. Chashav.
So the word there was Hashav, which basically means to calculate or to invent or to make a judgment, man. Right? So it says a man's heart deviseth his way. So you might think of a way that you're going to do something, but the Lord directeth his steps, man. So let's go into the word directive. Now the word there is Quran. I think that's how you pronounce it. Let me just play.
Strong's H3559. Kun.
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 Right? So the word there is establish, ready, establish, provide, right, fixed. So the Lord is fixing your steps, man. Right? Preparation. And when you go here, you also see the word arranged, man. Right? So it's the Lord that's actually arranging what you're going to do. There's no escaping, you know, the Lord's direction, man. It's the Lord that makes the directions for your day-to-day life, whether you're going to believe in His truth, whether you're going to be a scoffer, or whatever, you know, you were set up to do, man, because everyone has lots in His truth on the left-hand side and on the right-hand side, man. Right? Now going to the word steps, which was an interesting one. So remember, it said the Lord directeth the steps. Now it said step, pace, stride. And if you go to B here, it says course of life, man. So it's the Lord ultimately that devises your course of life, that makes up the components of how your life is going to turn out while you're on the earth, man. Right? And proof of that, linked to this scripture here in James 4:14, it says, whereas you know not what shall be on the tomorrow. You don't know what tomorrow is going to bring, man. What does that prove? That proves that we are not in control of our thoughts, of our steps. It's the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, that supplies both things. For what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanisheth away, man. Right? So we're insignificant, man. Right? It's Yahweh Hashem Yahushua who belongeth all the glory to, man. Right? Because, you know, if the Lord wants it tomorrow morning, you might not even wake up in the morning, man. That shows you're under the submittance, you know, purely, whoever you are, on the left-hand side or right-hand side, you right, to the will and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Right? That's proof of that. Whereas you know that what shall be on tomorrow, you don't know, right? Because we are not in power. We don't see what's going to happen tomorrow. We know what the scriptures tell us, or we know what the Lord revealeth unto us through the scriptures, man. Right? We know that this society is going to go down pursuant to the scriptures, because the Lord has given us that wisdom, knowledge and understanding and that breath to know these prophecies and to break them down, man. Right? For our elders and our apostles, for the apostles and elders. For what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanisheth away, man. So that's all we merely are, man. We're here one day and we're gone the next day, man. Right? We're in the kingdom. You know, it ain't going to be like that. We're going to live forever, man. Right? We're going to be established forever. Because the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to bestow that power upon us. Right? So now when we read the scripture again, a man's heart deviseth his way, but the Lord directeth his steps, man. So it's the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua once again that directs our steps and makes the decisions down here, man. Right? And we execute those judgments and those tasks according to the Lord's will. Right? And with that, I hope this lesson was edifying, and I'll say shalom.